What is going on, everyone? It is Ryan with the Accidental Overlander, the rookie Overlander who is trying to show you that it does not take experience to get out and go camping or adventuring. And today we are going on a solo trip. I am very excited to the George Washington National Forest. I don't know much about what's going to happen. What I do know is it will be dark when we get there, and it is going to be a very cold weekend. And I guess we should gear up because we have a long drive ahead. Damn. Well, that worked. Got here pretty quick. One of my main concerns is last time when I got here, you know, it is Saturday night, so a lot of campsites are being filled up. So it was kind of hard for me to find one. They're not super fun to find in the dark, but I'm gonna air down. It is certainly gonna be the coldest camping weather I've been to. So let's do that and hopefully find a campsite. So this time was almost the opposite of last time. There's like 2 campsites right when you roll in, and one of them was open. I think it's pretty wet, and as of right now I've misplaced my headlamp, which is a huge mistake because the flashlights I have aren't great. I mean, I have like other lights too, but I need to find that headlamp so I can kind of figure out where I want to put my tent and stuff like that. But either way, I found a spot. I didn't have to go very far, and we have all, you know, we're staying here tomorrow night too, so we have a long, you know, we're not going to be at this spot. We're going to find a different one, but I'm excited. Last time was very nerve-wracking. This time was very easy. The new item that I have, because the sleeping bags I got probably are just regular 50-degree sleeping bags, because I bought them right when I started camping, and I basically thought all sleeping bags are the same, but that is not correct. But that's a topic for another day. But I bought a sleeping bag liner that should help out the situation, because it is going to be well below 50 tonight, so hopefully that helps out a lot, but we will see. So I'll tell you how the liner works. I've never used a sleeping bag liner, but I'm sure they are pretty straightforward. So let's get the sleeping pad pumped up, and we'll get the sleeping bag and the liner ready, and then we'll go out and maybe make a little fire, see where the night takes us from there. So there's definitely some crazy yelling going on. The one thing about this site is there is another site right across the street, but it's still, you know, 200 yards away, because we're not that close to the street and they're not that close to this street. But that's not where I'm hearing the yelling from anyway. I hear some yelling off in the distance, and they're getting pretty rowdy. So whatever, it's still early, and it's not that big a deal anyway. It's not a constant thing. It's just something I'm paying attention to right now. But there's some clouds, because they said there might, you know, scattered showers tomorrow, so that could be fun too. Some nice cold rain. Every day is supposed to get a little bit colder. So we're going to really see how much I enjoy camping, because we're going to hopefully put it to the test with some kind of extreme weather with some coldness. So let's go over to this fire pit and start making a little fire. I don't know. I'm just glad to have a little camp spot, and it'll be nice tomorrow. And we'll make some breakfast tomorrow. I made it. I don't know if you can hear that other campsite. It seems like it's far away, but I don't think it is. I don't think it'll keep me up though, because this stream's pretty loud too, and that's mostly what we'll be focusing on. We'll be focusing on the stream and keeping warm. When we stayed across the street, you couldn't get that close to the stream because there was kind of a drop off, but there's like almost like a little rock, not a rock beach, but we can walk down and actually chill on the rocks. We'll be right next to the stream, so I will show you guys that tomorrow. We might be able to even cook breakfast there. We'll probably be eating breakfast there, depending on the wind and stuff. But I'm gonna enjoy this fire, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is pretty early. It's not even 5 in the morning yet. Probably woke up around 3. It's cold. I've been here one night, and I think what I've learned is better sleeping bag. Maybe a 0 or a 10 degree, possibly. I have the buddy heater running right now, and the buddy heater is awesome, but I'm not to the point where I feel comfortable running it while I'm sleeping. Plus, I forgot to bring the little cooking pan, so I'm not worried about the floor. There's no windows I can even open in this tent, which doesn't help. But I'm probably gonna start packing up a little bit. I learned last time, especially if you know you're not staying in the same spot 2 times. Before I even get out of the tent, I'll put the sleeping bag away, put the sleeping pad away, and then when I pack everything up, I've smartened up and I get it close to either one of the doors, so I don't have to walk back in here to grab the stuff to put it in the car. So there's not light outside, so I can't even start cooking breakfast for you guys yet. I'm gonna wait for it to be light so then we can see this stream and stuff. But I'm gonna get a couple things together in here, probably put another layer on before I go outside, because man, it's cold. I don't think I've ever been this happy to see the light or the sun come out, ever. Because it already feels a lot better just with it being a little bit brighter. I don't know if it's just in my head, but the sun is out, so I've been walking around just to kind of stay warm. Maybe I'll brush my goofers and start unpacking this grill, maybe packing up the tent, and start thinking about breakfast. I'm not going to be skipping on breakfast today. I'm going to cook some hot breakfast that I will tell you about later. It is a camp staple. Camp staple breakfast. It actually has many, many names. Leave in the comments right now what you think I'm making for breakfast. About this cold weather is it is killing my GoPro batteries very quickly. Thank God I got that charger, or this video will be very short. This is the last one. Let's go. I knew that was going to be that one I almost fall on. Let's see if you guys guessed right on breakfast for today. All right, guys, so what did you guess? Not even close. It's egg in a hole. I know it's got about 1,000 different names, but when I was a kid, somebody made it, called it egg in a hole, so that's what I always call it. Bacon, which we don't necessarily need, but I'm gonna eat some. Bread, butter, eggs, and I actually have some cheese too, because I might make grilled cheeses for lunch or something. So I think I'm gonna make one with cheese on it, because I've never done that before. So let's do this egg in a hole. Let's start with 2. What I like to do is butter the bread first, because sometimes it's hard to butter when there's a hole in it. I know technically you might be wasting a little bit of butter, but when there's a hole in it, it's hard to get it spread real nice. Butter's still a little cold from last night too. Then we're just gonna cut a hole out. Then you can eat this piece if you want. Bacon's going. I'm not burning it. That's cool. Just want to give it that first flip, make sure it's not sticking. And then after that, you should be good. And we're hoping the microphone works still. But if it does, that means when I turn like this, you guys can still hear me, whereas before, you couldn't hear me at all. I would have to be like this. But now, I don't. Of course, I'm not wearing a microphone the whole time I'm going camping, because that's crazy. But I do like it, especially when we're doing things like this, and it will be useful until I get the camera of my dreams. So, Brianna got me some cheese before I left, so I was trying to steal some before I actually came out, and I know that it's kind of hard to pull apart, so that part's not going to be fun, but I think we'll get past it. Fresh white American, or deli white American, not fresh, whatever. Pop the bread in there. We'll do cheese on this one. I'm gonna put some cheese around it. Just grab an egg. Put it right in the hole. Just like that. Salt and pepper. And we'll let that cook for a minute. Obviously, ideally, you'd be able to pull out one piece of cheese and then just kind of put it on there. Not three that are stuck together. So I probably should have done this one second. I know this thing cooks pretty quick. So we're gonna flip it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I definitely want the egg a little gooey. I guess you could do your preference, but no, you can't do your preference. If you're making egg in a hole, the egg's gotta be gooey. That's the whole point. Got some eggs. Flip it. Egg it. Hot breakfast, nice views. I'm ready, man. I'm trying to stop saying I'm excited every 5 seconds. I'm trying to not say super every 2 seconds. Work in progress. By the way, man, 53 subscribers. That's flipping awesome. I wanted to make a big hoopla when I got 50, but I didn't really have a video to do, man, and now I have 3 more. So, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying breakfast. I hope I hope I'll be able to help you out and give you some cold weather tips or some things that I need to change with my camping setup after I know about this cold weather stuff. Well, yeah, thank you so much. As always, tell me what you're digging on it. If you like the cooking, you'd like to see me struggling. Obviously, we'll be doing a lot of driving today. I was debating on checking the lake out just to see the views, because I'm a little late on the trees. A lot of the leaves have already fallen, but I look up in the mountains and I can still see there's still color up there. So I'm wondering if the lake looks ridiculous. Of course, we could check that out on the way back too, I think. But thank you guys. So I just wanted to say that. All 53 of you. I don't know about you, but I am hungry. Let's see how I did. I will take this view for breakfast. It's good. Really good. That was a cheese one. The cheese one's way better than I thought it was going to be. That's why these trips are awesome and then they suck. Because I come up here on Saturday, which is prime camping day, so it's tough to find a spot. But I also get to stay here tonight when most people are leaving because they have to go to work tomorrow. Suckers. But yeah, so coming up, this sucks because there's a lot of people. It's hard to find a spot, but today when I go to find my spot, it should be way easier and there shouldn't be too many people here, but we'll see. Like I said before, I know egg in a hole has a million names, so go ahead and leave in the comments, what do you call egg in a hole? Besides delicious. Well, it was really cold when it was dark, and I felt like it was getting better. And now there is no doubt in my mind that it is getting freaking colder again. It's cold, man. It scares me for tonight a little bit, honestly. But, oh no, we'll see. First tip I give anybody, get a freaking sleeping bag that is hardcore. 0 degrees, 10 degrees, something like that. My hands are about to fall off. Start doing these dishes. I packed up the tent because it was looking a little gray, so I didn't want it to start raining. So tent's done. I just got to get all our food stuff, but I'm kind of doing the dishes right now in between frostbite. So do that, get our stuff strapped down, and drive down this road, see where it takes us. I guess it's probably about time to get out of here. I would be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a little nervous, even though I know the road's not crazy, you know, because the farther I go, the deeper in the mountains I go. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if there's got to be more campsites, which is what I'm looking for anyway, but I don't know if the road gets crazy. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'm gonna have to do it at some point. I can't just stay at the very beginning of Switzer Lake for the rest of my life. So it's time to go see what else the George Washington National Forest has to offer. Warmed up a little bit. It is 36 degrees outside and it's like 10 o'clock. So imagine a couple hours ago it was pretty cold. And yeah, it kind of sucked. Like I probably went to bed around a 10 or 11 last night, and then I slept good until 3. I woke up at 3, had to go to the bathroom, and I was pretty much done after that. Like, I was just between, I don't know, I can't even really blame it on the dudes being crazy and loud, and they were still yelling at 3 o'clock, which at that point I was more impressed than upset because they were going hard. So the fact that they were screaming still at 3 and it was freezing, yeah. Kudos to that group of psychopaths. But yeah, I couldn't get back to sleep. I like cut the Mr. Heater on or the Buddy Heater on, and it would, you know, it would help out for a little while, and then basically as soon as you cut it off though, it gets cold, and the sleeping bag I have is not awesome for it. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what today brings. Because this is the hottest it's getting. It makes me a little scared for tonight, but I don't want to quit quite yet. This heat I've been dying for since 3 in the morning, or probably before that. Well, let's go. Yeah, cold weather camping's a different animal, and I knew it was going to be, but you can't tell what you really need until you freaking get out here and do it. So I knew it was going to be cold, and it is cold, and I know I might need to change a couple things up if I want to be able to do this more comfortably. But let's not quit yet. I just got a good dinner that I want to make, and let's just let's keep moving forward. I found out some of the harsh realities about camping in the cold. Unsure if I could even handle it another night, I wanted to at least drive all the way down Switzer Lake Road and see what I could find. Alright, so I have never been past that part, so we're about to see. There's a lot of little water crossings here. None that have like scared me really, besides the first time I've done them. But yeah, a lot of pretty views with little water crossings. We're just gonna drive through, keep looking. Haven't found a campsite yet, but there's got to be some. Probably found the smallest site ever. You'd almost have to be camping in your car, but I do like this massive mountain behind us. Thing is cool. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna mark this one, but I don't know, because if you're coming here on Saturdays and you're SOL, you're gonna want every spot you can get. Drive's a little scarier than I thought it was gonna be. It's not all bad. There's just some moments there you're kind of, I don't know, where it feels a little sketchy. Like a kid that swims in the ocean. You know, you go out like 5 feet, then the next time you go out like 10 feet, and then the next time 20 feet. So this is like my 10 feet right here. This is gonna be the end. We made it about halfway to where I wanted to be, but I gotta drive back. I gotta drive back now, which is hopefully won't be as bad as the way up. But yeah, let's go find a camp spot, chill out, catch my breath, figure out what I'm going to do for the night. I found this site on my way up, and it's very nice. Got to say, super nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in myself because the whole goal for this trip was to drive all the way down Switzer Lake Road. You know, so that sucks a little bit. Sorry, I stopped that a little earlier than I thought. Yeah, just the fact that I didn't do the one thing I came up here to do kind of sucks. But at the same time, I did like put myself in uncomfortable situations. I was scared a few times. Once I get scared of like kind of tipping like 3 or 4 times, or you know, I kind of lose control of the truck, kind of call it a day. You know, I got to a point where I wasn't feeling comfortable anymore. And you always want to push yourself, but you don't want to go so hard that, you flip the truck or something like that. Now, maybe next time I'll be a little more prepared to know that it's not just the easy Switzer Lake Road drive that I thought it was going to be, where it's all gravel and stuff like that. It does change into a forest road. So I'm disappointed, but at the same time, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if you're watching this, the whole reason I'm putting this out there is for people that don't have experience camping, overlanding with cars or any of that. I don't have experience with camping or overlanding or any cars or off-road, any of that stuff. So you're basically watching me do everything for the first time anyway. But yeah, all I'm trying to show you is, just get out there and do it, and then you'll get better each time, or you'll find out maybe you don't even like it and you want to freaking go hang out on the beach somewhere. But either way, like, this is what this channel is for people that maybe watch other people's channels and they always, they always seem so confident and so good about everything that they're doing, which they are. They've been doing it for a long time, and they are confident and they are good at what they're doing. And I'm just trying to show you that there's people that are out there that aren't, but you can still kind of get out there and have adventures and go outdoors and do the things you need to do. You don't necessarily, you can't get 10 years experience without going out one time. So that's what I'm here for. Watch me, I'll make mistakes. I'm mad that I chickened out a little bit, but it is what it is. I'll set up camp, we got a nice little spot, and then we'll continue having a fun day here. Who can tell me what that is, or what it's used for? Tell you what, it's built pretty nice though, whatever it is. I think I figured out why this thing was built. I think it's for firewood. Or I could have brought a hanger, then I could have hung my jackets off of it, which would have helped me out a lot too. But yeah, I think firewood, which is genius. I also like this camp spot a lot because it's away from the road. So you can hear the cars drive by. You catch a glimpse of them for like a second. I've been trying to pay attention. There hasn't been very many cars that have driven by. But you'll catch a glimpse of them for a second, but it's real brief, and then this hill kind of covers them up. And so the road's pretty far away. Probably, I don't want to say 200 yards again, but I said that yesterday. It might even be farther though, but it's like 300 yards because you kind of have to drive back here a little ways. But at first I thought you couldn't even see the road, but I can see the cars for about 2 seconds and then they disappear, and then you can kind of hear them. But yeah, nothing better than being away from the road. The cold is it's brought a new challenge to camping that I haven't faced yet, but obviously it's not going away anytime soon, so I either have to get used to it and better prepare for it, or I'm gonna have to wait till like March to start camping again, which I don't want. I actually want to do a lot of cold weather camping because there's gonna be less people out, because some people don't like the cold weather and it makes it hard to camp. So I understand, but there's gonna be less people and I want to be able to do it, and I don't want to like, oh, I don't know. I'm not just camping in the summertime. I do have a new tent that I got right before this trip, but I wasn't able to set it up. I'm actually really excited for it. I'm really excited to show you guys it because it should be pretty popular, but there's not a lot of YouTube videos on it. But it's very similar to a super popular tent that every YouTuber in the world has. It looks the exact same, except it's half the price. So I'll be showing you that later on, and then hopefully it makes these winter trips a little easier. But I don't know. It's cold. There's only so much the tent's going to be able to do, you know, unless I buy like an ice fishing tent, or, you know, those winter tents are fairly pricey. So I'm going to try to not go that route yet. I know it's a little obvious, but it may be cold, which it is, and it is very, very cold. But I don't think I have seen one bug this entire trip, which I know that's one of the benefits. But yeah, not one fly. I haven't even seen a tick. I did put some bug spray on when I got here, just in case, but not one. Not even when I had the fire going. Sometimes, like, you know, you see a spider trying to get warm by the fire. Nothing. No bugs at all. Which, you know, gotta find the positive sometime, and that is a huge, huge positive. In honor of Isley not being here, I shall throw one rock into the water, because I know she would want to throw 1,000 rocks into the water. Wish you were here, Isley. Wish you were here. I think I'm going to start a fire, make a fancy dinner. Super easy. Eat that, and then probably call it a night pretty early. Bought these things, might as well use them. Just remember to crack the soup so it doesn't explode. Honestly, I probably could eat at room temperature, but probably gonna have to cook for about 10 minutes to get to room temperature because it's still cold out. So I'll let it cook for a little bit. See what happens. Gonna have to get my rain gear on soon if it keeps snowing like this. I'll tell you what. As much as I was complaining about the cold this whole trip, which was a lot, which it was cold, learning experience. If we end it cold and snowy, it'd just be beautiful. You know, I love you guys, but I don't even care. You know, it's not even about the YouTube or the Instagram, which I'm sure I would still try to film it and take pictures. But even just for me, just being able to watch snow come down or wake up, or if it snows during the night, like, it just sounds like it would be a lot of fun. It would make the cold a little more fun or bearable, or I don't know. So I'm not going to complain about these flurries, even though I've been complaining about the cold this entire trip. Starting to snow a little harder. We're really going to see what this He-Wolf tent can do. Certainly not a 4-season tent. It does not claim to be. It's really probably more like a summer, spring tent. But I don't know, man. We'll find out. We will probably be finding out what the buddy heater can do also. Oh man, I'm glad I got my waterproof stuff on. I have snow gear, but you know, I did not bring that. It didn't really say it was going to snow. But this is cool, man. I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but it is snowing hard. It is pretty windy, well, pretty breezy. But man, I mean, it's coming down. It's coming down. Oh man, believe it or not, it's still cold. So I probably woke up, been up since about 4:30. Actually got in the car and just turned the car on for 30 minutes, warmed up. I wasn't messing around today. It's kind of little sleet, rain, snow mix going on right now. Looks like the sun is starting to peek out. I am not going to be dilly-dallying today. I'm about to kind of start packing up, and when the sun comes out, there's one campsite I want to check out, and then we're headed home. Miss my girls, miss my house, and I miss my puppy. So I learned a lot on this trip. Definitely worth being prepared for the cold, and I'm glad I came out here, so I know I'm gonna need a couple more things next time. So the cold didn't break me, but it definitely bruised the hell out of me. But I'll know, I'll be a little bit better prepared for next time. I'm glad you guys, I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Remember, it doesn't take experience to get out here. You just got to get out here and suffer through it sometimes. So, hope you like this one, and we will see you next time.